Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Stephanie and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am bringing you a very long awaited update video for my Budget Beauties project pan. In September I kind of pre-filmed a couple of videos so that when I was in the craze of schoolwork and trying to figure out how to combine filming and editing and uploading videos for YouTube alongside of all of my schoolwork, that I had a basis of a couple of videos to edit and just upload, so I didn't have to worry about taking the time out to film. But I realized as I sat down to edit the Budget Beauties update video that it was time for my second update. So I just figured that I would combine both updates in one because there hasn't generally been a lot of progress except for one item, which I will get to. So with that being said, let's just get into update 1 and 2 of my Budget Beauties project pan. First thing, let's just start off with the thing that I actually was able to finish. When I recorded the first update video, I mentioned that for my Wet n Wild Cover All pressed powder, I actually had to repress it because it started looking like this, where there was a ring of powder around the edges, and it was getting really difficult for me to actually powder my face using a bigger complexion like powder brush that I have. So I actually ended up repressing this powder, which looked like this right after repressing it. This powder was actually the first product that I ever repressed, and so I was very nervous starting out and actually doing the process of repressing because I was worried that I was going to mess it up. And sometimes some powders, when you repress it, it gets really hard and you're not able to use it anymore. And so I was worried that I just did this all for nothing. All I had to do was just crumple up the powder and I could have used it as a loose powder. But it actually worked out and I was able to finish off this powder within the last month. As you can see at the bottom of the pan, it looks like there is a beehive, kind of a raised pattern on the bottom of the pan, and 3 little beehive things still has powder in there. I just called it done though when I got to this point because there's no use in me trying to ruin a big fluffy powder brush just to get little bits of powder in here. Plus this powder is a little too dark for me anyway, so I'm very glad that I was able to finish this off. Next product that I'm very close to calling done is my e.l.f. Lash Extending Mascara. This is in the shade Black. I'm pretty sure that this mascara is getting close to 3 months, or it might be a little over 3 months. I have to check my last empties video because I think I mentioned I just recently purchased this mascara. I also think it's getting a little dry, and so that's why I think I'm going to call it done soon. I actually have been starting to pull out my Maybelline Great Lash that my mom got for me a little while ago, and I hate using it because it's waterproof, but it's the only other mascara that I have to work through before I have to go out and actually get another mascara. So I am very close to calling this one done, so I might decide within 2 days of filming this video and uploading it that I'm just going to call it done. So you'll see my decision on this item in the next update. And the next product is also a product that I made pretty good progress in. And after I filmed my introduction video, I said that I would mark it on a piece of paper, but I completely forgot to, so I'm just going to roll with it. This product is my ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Lumiere. Now this is all I have left of this lipstick, and if I focus on this lipstick and actually just decide one day or like a week or 2 weeks to completely just solely work on this lipstick, then I would be able to finish it. But my issue is that I reach for liquid lipsticks way more than I do a traditional-ish lipstick, like in a bullet. And that's because I am out of my house or on campus for large amounts of time at a time. And so for me, wearing a long-wearing lipstick where I don't really have to worry about reapplying constantly throughout the day, it just makes me feel better. I don't know, I don't have to worry about lipstick when I am trying to learn Calc 3. Like, lipstick is the last thing on my mind. So that's why I don't really reach for this too often, but it's such an easy color, and I really just should just shove it in my bag and just focus on using it for 2 weeks. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with this lipstick. So I'll keep you posted on that one. Now the next two items in this project I haven't really touched all that often. We'll start with the one that I got more usage out of, and that is the Maybelline Color Tattoo Metal by Eye Studio in the shade 70 Barely Branded. In my intro video, I mentioned that I was going to move all the product to one side, but then I actually did, and I inserted a picture of it. But this is what it currently looks like now. When I first moved all of the product in this little pot to one side, it was basically level with the glass packaging, so I think you can kind of see that I do have a small little dip going in there, but besides a small little dip, that's basically all I have. I haven't really pulled for this base too often because when I am rushing to get ready, eyeshadow primer for me is just enough. And then I just have to set it and do something really quick, really easy, and then get out of the door. So adding another step into my eyeshadow routine isn't something that I immediately think of. It's the thing that I think is an easy enough step for me to skip over when I'm doing my makeup. So I have used this maybe 5 to 10 times in the past month. I didn't really use it within the first update, but within the last month I actually used it like 5 to 10 times alongside my Kathleen Lights and Morphe palette. But I'm pretty sure that I will be able to work through this, if not in this project, definitely by next year. Now the next product I've used maybe once or twice, and that's about it. It is my e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner in the shade Black Navy. I have a couple issues with this eyeliner. First of all, I don't like the felt tip. I much prefer the Kat Von D tattoo liner. The brush-like hairs on the tattoo liner from Kat Von D is really so much easier to work with than this felt tip eyeliner. It's more stiff than the tattoo eyeliner, basically. And even when I got a little trio set of the ink liner from Kat Von D, I didn't really like it all that much, and one of the reasons why is because of that felt tip, because I just really, really love the brush tip on the ink liner. So that's number one with this guy. Number two, every single time I wear this eyeliner, I feel like there is blue residue around my eye every single time I wash off my makeup. And I know if I wash my face like a couple minutes later, it won't be that much big of a deal because then the blue would kind of get away. But it's just frustrating, you know? Like, when I wash off my makeup, I just want it gone. And this guy, I just still see it around. And so those are like two kind of reasons why I haven't really pulled for this. And I haven't really pulled for this eyeliner at all since I got it last summer. So I think by the end of this whole project, I think if I don't use this or I don't really reach for it all that often, I'm just going to declutter it or toss it or something because I just am not in love with it. But that is my 2-month update for my Budget Beauties project pan. Thank you so much for being patient for this update video. Again, I mentioned in my Pan That Palette intro that I haven't really been feeling too great, so I was focusing on school and other things that I had to, so I'm sorry for the lack of content, but that's what was just going on, and so I'm very sorry for this lack of updates in this pan, but what are you gonna do? Regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.